What if I told you that you could build a complete emergency preparedness kit for under $500 using items from a store that most survival experts completely ignore? In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to reveal the hidden gems at Harbor Freight that could save your life during an emergency, expose the products you should never waste your money on, and show you the one item that might be the best preparedness value in America, all while staying within any budget. Welcome to Food Decider, where we help you make smart decisions about everything that keeps you prepared and fed. If this kind of money-saving preparedness content helps you, smash that like button and subscribe for more budget-friendly survival tips. Let's be honest, when most people think about building an emergency preparedness kit, they immediately get overwhelmed by the costs. Walk into any outdoor store and you'll see $200 knives, $400 flashlights, and generators that cost more than your monthly rent. The survival industry has convinced us that unless we're buying the absolute best gear, we're basically signing our own death warrant. But here's the thing, that's complete nonsense. In reality, preparedness isn't about having the most expensive gear, it's about having functional gear that works when you need it most. And sometimes good enough truly is good enough, especially when it means you can afford to have backups, redundancy, and a complete kit instead of just one or two premium items sitting in your closet. This is where Harbor Freight becomes a game changer. While survival snobs are dropping thousands on gear they'll probably never use, smart preppers are building comprehensive kits for a fraction of the cost. Think about it. Would you rather have one $300 flashlight or 15 $20 flashlights scattered throughout your home, car, and bug-out bags? The answer becomes pretty obvious when the power actually goes out. Harbor Freight also gives you something that expensive gear doesn't, the freedom to test and experiment without fear. You can buy a tool, beat it up, see how it performs under stress, and if it breaks, you're not out hundreds of dollars. This testing approach is crucial because the last thing you want to discover is that your gear doesn't work when your life depends on it. And here's a strategy most people never consider. Harbor Freight is perfect for building backup systems. Maybe you already own a high-quality generator, but what happens if it breaks down during an extended power outage? Having a backup generator, even a cheaper one, could mean the difference between comfort and catastrophe. The same principle applies to every piece of gear in your kit. Now let's talk about their coupon system, because this is where Harbor Freight shopping becomes an art form. They're constantly running sales, offering daily deals, and sending out coupons that can slash prices by 20, 30, even 50%. The key is patience. If you're not in a rush, you can often get items for less than you'd pay at dollar stores. Sign up for their email list, check their app regularly, and never pay full price if you can help it. But here's the critical mindset shift. You need to approach Harbor Freight strategically. Not every item deserves a spot in your preparedness kit, and some items are better purchased elsewhere. The goal is to identify the sweet spots where Harbor Freight offers genuine value without compromising safety or reliability. So what should you actually buy? Let's start with storage solutions, because organization is the foundation of any good preparedness kit. Their 5-gallon buckets are absolute gold for preppers. These aren't just for storing rice and beans, though they're perfect for that too. You can use them for water storage, mixing concrete, carrying supplies, or even as makeshift toilets in emergencies. At Harbor Freight's prices, you can afford to buy dozens and use them for everything. Their ammo cans are another incredible value, and don't let the name fool you. These aren't just for ammunition. The plastic and metal versions are perfect for organizing small items, protecting electronics from moisture and EMPs, or creating portable emergency kits. They stack beautifully, they're virtually indestructible, and they cost a fraction of what you'd pay for similar storage containers elsewhere. Here's a clever tip. Their gun cases can be repurposed for all sorts of gear. Need a protective case for your ham radio setup? A gun case works perfectly. Want to organize your communication gear or sensitive electronics? These cases provide excellent protection at a fraction of the cost of purpose-built cases. When it comes to power solutions, this is where you need to be more selective. Their solar panels are a mixed bag. They're generally better than the absolute cheapest options you'll find online, but you can often find higher quality panels for similar prices on Amazon, especially if you're patient with sales. Unless you find an amazing coupon deal, shop around before committing to Harbor Freight solar panels. Their batteries fall into the same category. The Thunderbolt brand and other options are comparable to Amazon Basics and similar budget brands. They're fine for basic needs, but don't expect premium performance. Again, coupons can make these a great deal, but at full price, you might find better values elsewhere. Be especially cautious with their inverters. While they carry a decent selection, better options are often available elsewhere unless you find significant discounts. Always check reviews and compare prices before purchasing anything in the power electronics category. However, their rechargeable fans are actually pretty impressive. These run on the same battery platform as many of their power tools, and they're incredibly handy for emergency cooling or garage work.
Some models even include USB ports for charging devices, making them genuine multi-purpose tools for emergency situations. Extension cords are a must-have from Harbor Freight. During emergencies, you'll need to run power from generators or inverters to where it's actually needed, and having a variety of lengths and gauges is crucial. Harbor Freight offers excellent selection and pricing. Just make sure you select the right gauge for your power requirements. Their lighting solutions deserve serious consideration. While you should definitely own a couple of high-quality flashlights for critical situations, Harbor Freight's inexpensive models are perfect for stashing throughout your home, car, and emergency kits. You can buy 10 cheap flashlights for the price of one premium model, and in most emergency situations, having light available in multiple locations is more valuable than having one perfect flashlight. Their headlamps, rechargeable outdoor lights, and LED floodlights are all functional and affordable. Again, these might not be the brightest or longest lasting options available, but they're more than adequate for emergency use, and the price allows you to have multiples. For camping and security needs, Harbor Freight offers some surprising gems. Their camping section has tent stakes, fire starters, and even slingshots that are functional for the price. While you wouldn't want to depend on these for serious outdoor adventures, they're perfectly adequate for emergency situations or casual use. Their old-school security devices are actually brilliant for preparedness. Simple door and window alarms work without power or internet connections, making them ideal for grid-down scenarios. They also offer basic security lights and cameras that, while not fancy, are infinitely better than having no security at all. Now let's talk tools, because this is where Harbor Freight really shines for preppers. Their power tools aren't going to compete with DeWalt or Milwaukee, but they're absolutely serviceable for light to moderate use. More importantly, they're perfect as backups or for lending out without worrying about getting expensive tools back. The key with Harbor Freight power tools is managing expectations. Don't expect them to handle daily professional use, but for emergency repairs, occasional projects, or backup purposes, they'll get the job done. Just be sure to test any critical tools before depending on them in an emergency. Their hand tools are where you'll find some of the best values in the entire store. Hammers, saws, screwdrivers, socket sets, and wrenches are all available at budget-friendly prices and are reliable for most tasks. While you might want to invest in higher quality ratchets or specialty tools for heavy use, the majority of their hand tools will serve you well for general preparedness needs. Their car repair tool deserves special mention because roadside emergencies are among the most common situations where you'll actually need your preparedness gear. Tire repair kits, wrenches, and other automotive tools are available for a fraction of premium brand costs, making it affordable to build a comprehensive roadside emergency kit. When it comes to knives and cutting tools, Harbor Freight requires a more cautious approach. Their knives are best considered as backups or for light-duty tasks. Don't make the mistake of relying on them as your primary survival knife. They're simply not built for heavy use or abuse. However, their box cutters and drywall saws are decent for their intended purposes. They offer a pre-made survival kit that's actually not terrible for beginners. While it's not perfect, it contains several useful components and comes in a sturdy box. It's a good starting point for someone just getting into preparedness or as a gift, and the individual items can be repurposed for other kits. Their gardening and outdoor tools section is full of preparedness gold. Rakes, shovels, hatchets, and axes can all be invaluable during disaster scenarios. Some tools have plastic handles that may not be as durable as wood or fiberglass, but they're worth testing for occasional use or as backups to your primary tools. For personal protective equipment, Harbor Freight stocks gloves, masks, bodysuits, and knee pads that are good enough for most situations. While these aren't top-tier PPE, they'll protect you adequately for many tasks. Just consider supplementing with higher quality PPE for critical or hazardous situations. Don't overlook their shelter and repair materials. Plastic wrap, tarps, and blankets are essential for building emergency shelters, sealing broken windows, or providing warmth. Plastic wrap in particular is incredibly versatile and should be in every emergency kit. Small items like zip ties, cordage, tapes, and glues might seem insignificant, but they can make a massive difference in emergency situations. Zip ties and cordage have literally thousands of uses, while tapes and glues are indispensable for quick repairs when you can't get to a hardware store. But here's where Harbor Freight truly excels, and this might surprise you. Among all their preparedness items, the Predator line of generators stands out as genuine competition for premium brands. The 3500-watt Predator inverter generator in particular has earned rave reviews from campers, RVers, and preppers who've put them through real-world testing. These generators offer performance that's genuinely comparable to much more expensive brands like Honda, but at literally a fraction of the cost. We're talking about generators that cost $800, performing like generators that cost $2,500. The reliability has been consistently impressive, with users reporting thousands of hours of use without major issues. The Predator line offers versatility too, with various sizes available, including dual fuel models that can run on both gasoline and propane.
This fuel flexibility is crucial for preparedness because it gives you options when one fuel type becomes scarce. What makes these generators so appealing for preppers is their ease of use and maintenance. They're simple to operate, easy to service, and parts are readily available. While Honda generators might offer slightly better fuel efficiency and longer warranties, the Predator line is more than adequate for most preparedness needs, and the cost savings allow you to invest in other critical gear. However, and this is important, avoid Harbor Freight's Predator-branded power station. Based on available reviews and user experiences, this product doesn't meet the reliability standards of their generators. With so many proven power stations available from other manufacturers, there's no reason to risk it with this particular item. Here's how to shop Harbor Freight like a pro. First, never ignore their coupon system. Sign up for their email list to receive daily deals and special offers. Many items are best purchased only when discounted, so patience can literally save you hundreds of dollars over time. Second, always test critical items before adding them to your emergency kit. This is especially important for tools and equipment you might need to depend on during a crisis. Buy one, use it hard, see how it performs, and only then decide if it's worth adding to your preparations. Third, prioritize your purchases strategically. Invest in high-quality gear for items where failure is absolutely not an option. Things like your primary survival knife, critical power tools, or PPE for truly hazardous situations. But for backups, redundancy, or less critical items, Harbor Freight's offerings are often more than sufficient. There are definitely times when you should look elsewhere. Their solar panels can often be beat by online retailers for similar prices. For heavy-duty or professional-grade power tools, stick with premium brands. For your primary survival knife, invest in a reputable brand you can trust your life to. And for medical-grade PPE or certified protection equipment, seek out specialized suppliers who focus on safety standards. The key to successful preparedness is balance. It's not about having the best gear, it's about having the right gear in the right quantities at prices that allow you to build a complete system. Harbor Freight enables you to create comprehensive preparedness kits without overspending, freeing up budget for the areas where quality really matters. Think of it this way. Preparedness is like insurance. You hope you'll never need it, but when you do, you'll be incredibly grateful it's there. Harbor Freight allows you to afford that insurance across all aspects of your preparedness planning, from basic tools to backup power systems. The redundancy and flexibility you can achieve with Harbor Freight's pricing is genuinely game-changing. Instead of having one expensive item that does one job perfectly, you can have multiple affordable items that handle various scenarios. This approach often provides better real-world preparedness than focusing all your resources on premium gear. Remember, the goal isn't to impress other preppers with their expensive gear. It's to be ready when disasters strike. Harbor Freight occupies a unique niche in the preparedness world by providing affordable, functional options that allow anyone to build comprehensive emergency supplies regardless of their budget. The most important thing to remember is this: having something is infinitely better than having nothing at all. A $20 Harbor Freight generator that works is worth more during a power outage than a $2,000 generator you couldn't afford to buy. A $5 flashlight in your glove compartment is more valuable during a roadside emergency than a $200 tactical light sitting at home in your safe. By understanding which Harbor Freight items offer genuine value and which ones to avoid, you can build a preparedness kit that's both comprehensive and affordable. Leverage their coupon system, test your gear thoroughly, and always prioritize function over form. Your future self, the one dealing with a power outage, storm damage, or any other emergency, will thank you for taking a practical, budget-conscious approach to preparedness. Because when disaster strikes, it's not the brand name on your gear that matters. It's whether that gear works when you need it most. If this video helped you think differently about building your preparedness kit on a budget, make sure to like it and subscribe to Food Decider for more money-saving tips that could literally save your life. What Harbor Freight item has surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.